All right, part two of my rant about this storm. You're saying when you're coming off my road, you gotta get right on it. Get right on it, because if you don't, you're gonna get friggin' pancaked. I live on there's a little crest of a hill next to my road, and it's a terrible place. But anyway, the Carnage just going into Hannaford was just crazy. I had to cut some trees down, and it was just, it was terrible. But you know what? You listen to people online or see what they're typing online, and we're from Maine. You would think that people would be used to losing their power by now, but no, my God, the end of the world. Now I get it. It's a big, what's the word I'm looking for? Inconvenience. Okay? I get it. Kids these days, everybody's used to having phones and internet, Wi-Fi strength, you know, and online video gaming, that Fortnite. Oh, I can't stand that Fortnite stuff. It just makes me want to puke. One of my sons yesterday, he was playing. I looked, and he was this granny lady with a friggin' underwear up her butt crack. I go, what are you doing? Like, what is that? He goes, she's the fastest character I have. Granny lady with nylon up her butt crack is your fastest character? And that's, out of all the thousands of characters you can choose in Fortnite, that's the one you chose? I don't get it, people. I don't get it. I grew up on Atari and Pac-Man and, you know, the sports games, RBI baseball, all that stuff. Games these days, they just are too fancy. So I get it, people. This stinks having no power. It stinks. But get your kids outside. Tell them to go build a snowman. Go have a snowball fight or build a snow fort. Go run around in traffic or something. It's not the end of the world. Now, there were many years that I didn't have a generator. I have one now, but I didn't. So I get it. When you don't have any power, all that stuff, it is terrible. I'll tell you what, back in 2013, I got married, and got married in the ice storm 2013. It was Christmas Eve. And if anybody remembers that time, the roads were horrible. It was a terrible storm. Everybody lost power for like a week. We were lucky enough to get married. Had a place. The pastor came to the place. Got married at, what's the name of that place? Stonehenge out in Belfast or whatever. My friends Karen and Chris own it. Nice people. We got married, and we didn't have any power. So my wedding night, if you can imagine, was not all that exciting. Well, actually, it was exciting, but it wasn't much fun, if you know what I mean, because we had all of our kids, grandma was there, everybody slept in footy pajamas. And everybody had like 3 or 4 blankets. I was pulling insulation out of the walls. We were wrapping up in it, stuffing it in our... I mean, we were freaking cold, man. It was like 10 or 20 degrees. It was just miserable. Even with all the footy pajamas and blankets and everything, just sit there and shiver, and it was just miserable. One good thing that we had our wedding catered by Jeff's Catering. Now, Jeff didn't stay for the ceremony or anything. Why would he? He probably just wanted to get home. I don't blame him. He left all the food there, and we had to bring all the pans back to him the next day, which worked out pretty good. But one thing we had, we had a big jug of coffee in those big plastic containers. That stuff was still warm. that morning when we woke up. So it was like Christmas, man. We woke up, had some coffee. It was warm. You put a cup of coffee and laying it against your bare skin. You weren't burning or anything. It was just like, oh, that feels good. I'm warming up. Because we were miserable. You know, we didn't have any running water. I might as well buy stock in spring water because that's what we bought. So much spring water. And I had to go to the local school to fill up these big buckets of water because that's how we flush the toilets. You know what I mean? Dumping the water and letting gravity take its place. And, you know, that only works so long. You know what I mean? And you can only defecate on top of somebody else's defecation for so long before you start feeling like you just want to go out and just stick your head in a freaking snowbank and not wake up until it's 2028. I mean, it is just terrible. If you've never had the opportunity to pee and crap on top of somebody else's, go try it for once to see if you like it, because it is terrible. I had to go take showers at the local middle school. I mean, it's just like your life is uprooted. So a couple of years ago, I went out and bought a generator. Best purchase I ever made. I didn't buy an expensive one either. I think it was like $400 or $500, like $5,500. Just enough to run the basics. And I had a switch hooked up, you know. I told the guy, I said, I just want my living room, my bathroom, the kitchen hooked up on this thing so I can run my water, run my fridge, you know, flush the toilet, take showers, heat. No problem. So I came over and hooked it up. Well, he didn't hook it up the way I wanted. He left out the bathroom, only did half of the living room, and then hooked up my daughter Lily's bedroom. Like randomly, like, dude. Like, did you have your 7-year-old help you or what? I mean, were you friggin' nursing the old friggin' bourbon or something while you were working because you didn't do anything I told you to do? And who wants a random bedroom set up that's upstairs? Holy cow. And Lily's not happy about it because yesterday her 2 brothers and her were all crammed up in her bedroom because it had power and they had their video game systems out, and you know, and they were doing their thing. And Lily, you know, I think thought it was fun for a little while, but you can only be cooped up with 2 boys for a certain amount of time before you get tired of it, right? Because let's face it, boys are disgusting. They fart, and they were farting. The freaking room smelled like a freaking sewer plant. Finally, she comes down to me about 7 o'clock last night. She goes, Daddy, can you make sure the boys get out of my room at 7 so I can have some private time so I can be alone? Yes, daughter, I will do that for you. I will make sure those boys are out of your hair. You know, and I try to tell her, you know, honey, your room is, you know, it happens to be your room that has power in it. You got to be a little flexible, you know. Boys got to be able to play Fortnite. But you got to give her a little space, you know. So she understands. And luckily, the boys found a different spot to hang out today, so they were out of her hair and she was able to do her own thing. And it's tough for Lil being the only girl in the house, you know what I mean? She's got to try to keep up with the boys and they pick on her awful bad, and she is my little angel, so I have to stand up for her. Anywho, so yeah, we have a generator now, and it's been a godsend. I've gone through some gasoline the past couple days. You know, I buy that ethanol free because I don't gum up the freaking carburetor in my freaking generator. It's more expensive. I went in and filled up 3 5-gallon containers today. Cost me $60, but it's worth it. Worth every freaking penny. And anybody who has been without power or is without power right now, you know it's worth every freaking penny. I'm not gonna complain. So yeah, so saw CMP out on our road today. I'm hoping that we may have, you know, some of the addresses in our town said they might have power back tomorrow. I would love to have power back tomorrow, but if we have to wait till Monday, that's fine too. Like I said, we're making do, doing what we have to do. The only thing that really kind of sucks is doing dishes because dishwasher didn't run. But you know, we went to Hannaford's yesterday and bought a bunch of paper products so we don't have to do dishes and stuff. Hey, you guys like my pink hat? I want to tell you something else. Real men wear pink. I'm not afraid to wear pink. I wear pink dress shirts, purple dress shirts, purple ties, pink ties. Hell, I even went to a fraternity gathering one year wearing salmon. And if you think I didn't take shit for that, you are mistaken, because I did. I took a lot of shit for wearing a shirt that was salmon. You know what? Real men wear salmon. And if somebody starts making fun of you, fella, because you're wearing pink or purple, you smack them in the friggin' lips. You knock them in the friggin' nose, knock them in the friggin' mouth, bloody that lip up a little bit, and they're gonna change their story. That's all you have to do. Dude, I'm not taking your shit anymore. I like my pink hat. Real men wear pink or salmon. For all you guys out there that gave me crap 10 years ago, take that. All right, I'm gonna let you go. So this is a kind of a double whammy video because I screwed up the first one, fell down, was gonna run into. But I think we're on the other end of it, fellas and ladies. I think we'll be just fine. But look, keep smiling, keep laughing, do what you gotta do. We'll be fine. Stay safe.